Okay, it looks like it's starting. We are now live. Hello, everyone. This is Merritt Trainboy speaking, and welcome to my second live stream of 2019. Now, before we get started, can anyone see and hear me okay? It's great. It's great. And either way, I can see your messages in the chat from this screen or over here. I can read all your comments.
I'm here as well as Mikey.
That's good.
Well, I can't really.
Okay, I think it's okay. I think everybody can hear the live stream well.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, you can go first.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are out there in the world.
Afternoon for me, actually.
I'm here today with Mikey, the famous. Sorry.
Do you just want me to say it?
No, I got this. I'm here today with Mikey, the Fantastic Toys, and Bert the Blue Engine, and
Hopefully we can get some more people.
we got some other people that I invited coming as well. I'm not exactly 100% sure if they'll ever show up, but we'll see as we go along. So here's how this live stream is going to go. So first off, if you guys have been looking at the description, I'll be talking with the guys for 1 or 2 hours, and then after that, I will be unboxing some Trackmaster engines that I recently got off of eBay from the last few weeks. And after all that is done, we'll do something else, like maybe I might read a story or do a little bit of answering questions. So let's start off with you guys that are here so far.
It looks like someone wants to join the stream.
Who is it?
It's a guy named Elijah Do.
I don't have him.
I don't know him either. I figured I would read it to you since you're the one who's doing the live stream.
Yeah, Matt's the one that's doing the live stream, not us. And I can't live stream anymore.
Oh, well. Anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about is season 23 of Thomas and Friends. That's that's the first thing I will want to talk about first. So, what do you guys think of season 23?
Bert, you go first.
I would say it's pretty good. I like it, especially with the returning of Raul.
Yeah, some of the characters that we're seeing from the Great Race movie.
I especially like new characters, especially like Gustavo. I think that's what his name is. Is that what his name is?
Gustavo?
Yeah, Gustavo, thank you. Okay.
And yes?
For me, well, for those of you who are watching the stream, which I can't read the chat though, but let's see. I haven't really watched it though because I've been busy, but I've seen clips of the episode, but was season 23 the episode with Thomas spinning around on the turntable and Gordon and Gustavo multiplied?
Yeah, that was the.
Oh yes.
Okay. Um, I was thinking that season 23 was the one when roses are red.
I know that was season 22.
You
Yeah.
know, I have to say that Thomas and Friends has gone a little bit more advanced because now their bodies are moving. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of more of a expression with the engines, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of creepy, but you know what? Who cares what I say? But I kind of like it.
Yeah. I suppose. Probably some people aren't uh, keen of the body movements that the
Hmm.
engines are now showing. Uh,
Oh,
also, for me, since with season 23, what are your thoughts on the new details that some of the engines have got?
I have to say it's an interesting, way to to put on the characters, especially Emily's new design. It's pretty cool. Um, uh, when I it was it's I have to say it's interesting to have the engines now have bolts on them now, and so we didn't
Oh yeah,
have
there
that
is.
before.
Yes. Although I don't know about you people, but in my opinion, there could have been less rivets on some of the engines, like
Hmm.
Percy, for example. I really think that there would be just a set of rivets on one side and on the other side. And for the buffer beams, only a one. I don't think they would have an extra rivet in the middle between the two from one to top, the bottom and the top. Although I don't mind that the engines now have handrails. Uh,
Hmm.
although I kind of pretty much prefer that the ones on Thomas would be in the same color as him, and Percy. Uh, Percy's handrails would be in the same color as his, but except for the one that's on his tanks. Like, we have seen that feature in the Railway series. And although before season 23 came out, we even got this video, the video, the Meet the Steam team of videos. So, what are your opinions on those videos, guys?
Bert, you go first.
I, I haven't really seen them yet, so I don't know what you. Like I said, I haven't really watched them yet, so I don't know what they're about.
Well, when I first saw the first video, which where we see Percy, I thought, what on earth are they doing? It's just that when I first saw those new details that the the engines have got, um, apparently they were trying to make them as more realistic as possible as they could, because we have seen Thomas in person before in the real world, and there has been some details that we can spot on him, and that they were never seen in the actual show.
Hmm. One thing I want to mention is that about
Mm.
Bi- one thing I want to mention is that about Diggs and Discovery. Personally, for me, I think it looks pretty good.
I agree. What about you, Mikey? What are your thoughts on the Meet the Steam team of videos?
Again, I I've seen them, but I never watched them.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I've seen them all. In the James for the James video. I like how they mentioned when James was painted pink from the episode Tinkled Pink.
Oh yeah, I remember
He
that. That was
was?
Yeah, they've mentioned that.
Oh, that's cool.
funny how he was painted pink.
Also for the Gordon video, they even mentioned the hill, his hill, Gordon's hill. They meant they even mentioned how the hill got its name. Like years ago, while Gordon was pulling a heavy freight train and he couldn't get any further up the hill. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the hill got its name from the first season episode. Edward Helps Out, or also known as Edward and Gordon. Now let's see what else can we talk about season 23. Digs and discoveries. What are your thoughts so far on that?
Oh, man.
I already gave my thoughts.
Oh, dear.
Especially like the character Stefano.
Oh. Lunch is soon here. Off topic. Anyways, I have to say it's gonna be kind of interesting, really. Although I've seen the trailer. But I can't wait for it.
Especially like the pack. Especially like the fact that the pack is gonna be there.
Yeah. Apparently they said it was gonna. They're going to be apparently they're going to go do some kind of a building project up in Italy. So apparently, looks like Thomas is going to go with them, and there'll be a character that was featured in The Great Race, which is I think it was Gina.
Oh, yeah, Gina.
Or Asima.
Shima. Who knows? Not Shima. She was in season 22.
Yeah, I think that's the engine from Italy. So anyway,
And then
let me take a look at the chat.
But one thing I also like about Dig and Discovery is about
Yes,
how
I
we
can-
didn't.
It's always been. Where's that going to? Oh, it did it now. Little thing, dude.
Hey,
Colin
guys.
in the chat says, Train Boy 53 Productions, and I made a Thomas and Friends crash test. Well, that sounds fair. If you guys remember that late last year, I did a few video test shots when I got a GoPro, and they were kind of like test crashes of some sort.
Oh, wait. Trainboy55 is in the chat.
Yeah, I saw him in the chat.
Oh. That would be kind of interesting if he joined us.
One thing I'm not about Dig and Discovery. I like Lorenzo and Pepe. But yeah, the character Lorenzo.
Guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go because lunch is here. So after I'm done
Okay.
eating my lunch, I'll come back.
Okay. We'll be here if you ever have the chance.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about some more Thomas and Friends stuff, and we'll think of other miscellaneous stuff.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Okay.
See ya. All right, it's just you and me now, Bert. So, what else Do you have any other thoughts on season 23?
One thing I want to mention is about the characters Lorenzo, Pepe, and Stefano. Personally, I like them. I especially like Lorenzo since he looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I
Well,
realized about Stefano, I mean not Stefano, but Lorenzo is that he has like a little mustache thing.
ah, well, so for season 23, what is your favorite episode so far?
But what I saw is, I would have to say, Crowning Around.
Well, crawling around. Oh yeah, crowning around. Where that's where Aravji, I think that's the name, had where he lost his crown.
Oh, yeah, that was a good episode. I especially like the rescue scene where he rescued Shankar.
Yep. Although, but of course, again in this season, and from season 2022, every episode is now ending with a life lesson sample where Thomas mentions a similar thing which happened from a different episode from the past, and he was mentioning that similar thing that happened in the episode.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And okay, somebody in the chat asked, "What are your thoughts on Gordon having two front lamps in season 23?"
That's a good question, I would have to say.
Well, at first, and I'll go first, and it's funny. When I was young, when I was much younger, I've always imagined that Gordon would have two lamps, and would give. Yeah, uh, I don't know how to say it, but I've always imagined that because I thought it would be cool. And although that was back in my past, and so I don't mind it that Gordon would have two headlamps, and so yeah, that was to my surprise. They just gave him an extra lamp. So Bert, it's your turn.
Well, at first I didn't notice it, but now I did notice it when I was watching it recently.
Okay, and so okay, I kind of have a few favorite episodes. Actually, one. It's gonna have to be Gordon Gets the Giggles, where
Oh, yeah,
Gordon started laughing while he's pulling the express.
that was funny.
It was because he was watching Rebecca getting covered in vegetables, and he didn't think that was funny to him, but he just laughed about it anyway.
Hey, yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah, it's always it's always fun to find a perfect time to have a good laugh.
Especially the fact in that episode where he called himself Big G.
Oh yeah, pull yourself together, Big G.
and Thomas was like right there, coming up next.
Yeah. Sometimes, of course, sometimes it's hard to try not just. It's hard to stop laughing, even though if you're still thinking about something that's funny to you.
Yeah.
Although I even liked when they showed the dream sequence where Gordon's face was like in a clown look, and the two.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
It reminds me from Calling All Engines when he was like a clown.
Well, Gordon. Oh, James. Yeah. James was a
Oh,
carnival game, and
oh, that's
Gordon
right.
was put in a playground.
I guess right. It was James.
Yeah, he was like playground equipment.
I also like the scene.
And
I also like the scene where Percy was like a roller coaster.
oh, Percy on the roller coaster, and Edward was a scarecrow.
Yeah,
That was calling all engines.
yeah, that was a good idea.
What episodes shall we think of? Oh, there were the first few episodes I first saw from season 23 were Chuckle to Some Trucks and Free the Roads. Let's talk about Chuckle Some Trucks. At first, I like how they mentioned James's accident from James in a Mess, where James had crashed into some tar tankers, and they even mentioned the episode Percy Takes the Plunge, where Percy was pushed into the sea after passing a danger sign.
And then they also mentioned the episode where Thomas got to pull trucks.
Yes, and that too from Thomas and the Trucks, or Trouble for Thomas. That footage was taken from The Adventure Begins, but for the rest of from James and a Mess and Percy Takes the Plunge, they were just done. They were just made up. And although the engines were kind of were really worried about Rebecca taking the trucks for the first time, and I really think that's the first time she's ever taken pulled those trucks. And what are your thoughts on that episode, Bert?
I would say it was pretty good. One thing that they should have mentioned is that the time when Emily pulled trucks, with the flour in it.
Okay, and although one of the most I think the most scariest part from that episode is where Rebecca suddenly just went into the sea with her train while the dream sequence was shown.
Yeah, I can't forget about that though. I can't believe how a whole train went into the sea.
Just although just imagine what it would be like if we actually get an episode where where the engine was just suddenly went through underwater while the camera's just facing in front of them.
Well, I can't forget about that dream thing in season 22 where they imagined that they were in the sea when they were on that bridge.
On the bridge. Well, anyway, Rebecca made her delivery safely without any accidents. But even though and James had his accident with the tar tankers again, when James crashed, he was like, "Not again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thomas missed his signal,
Yes. And
and Percy fell into the water again.
yeah, I think let's see. How many times has Percy gone into the water? I really think the first was Percy Takes the Plunge and Percy's Promise, Thomas and the Storyteller, Wild Water Rescue. Those are the episodes I could think of. I don't. And that's pretty much I could think about Chuck Gold Some Trucks. Now let's talk about Free the Roads. So first off, I like how they at first I like that they brought Bulgy back in season 21. Sorry, someone's printing a piece of paper. Sorry about that, guys. Um, anyway, what did you miss?
I didn't miss that much. We've just been sitting here talking about
Yeah,
Brady.
I just saw something in the chat. Well, we're just talking about season 23, and we already talked about some of the episodes, like Chuckle Some Trucks, and now we're talking about Free the Roads. So, as I was saying, I like how they mentioned that. At first I liked that they brought Bulgy back in season 21, like I said before. And when I first saw Bulgy from that episode, Unscheduled Stops, I thought, oh my goodness. And what about you, Bert? What was your reaction when you first saw Bulgy in that episode?
I was like,
Unscheduled Stops.
Jesus Christ, are they going to bring back Loco next year?
Yeah, unbelievable. And here in this episode, Free the Roads, they featured Bulgy, and apparently he's got some. They added some extra details to him, as well as Birdie. They also added some details to Birdie as well. But I think Birdie has got more details than Bulgy.
Hmm.
And of course, from that episode, Bulgy keeps complaining that people should travel by road instead of rail.
Hmm.
And
Wait,
although one thing I don't like about that episode is kind of like how the dream sequence goes. And what about you?
well, I haven't really seen the episode yet, so I can't really say much about it. But one thing I want to mention is that in the future they should have like an episode where Boko is seen. I mean, at least
Oh yeah,
at least just one.
apparently, yeah. I wouldn't mind if Boko would return it to the Thomas and Friends series because we haven't seen Boko in any episodes for a long time.
I mean, because Boko is one of my personal favorite characters, so of course I want to see him return.
Yeah, well, going back to Free the Roads, Bulgy did got his chance to have more passengers than train. Like you see, there was that bag of was it cement or sand that just fell in the water tower? I think that was. I can't remember what that bag was. That bag of stuff was the one that Thomas went. Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, what?
Oh, okay. So, Train Boy 53 Productions asked, "Who do you want to see return in the CGI Thomas and Friends series?" Well,
Okay, we can go first, and then
what I really would like to see return to the series is Lady the Magic Engine. That's one of the characters I would love to see back in the Thomas and Friends series. And also, I would like to see Duke come back because you people should know that he is a tender engine on the Now Gauge Railway. You know? What about you? Who do you think should return?
I think Stephanie, Murdoch, Hank, Jock, Frank, and that's basically the characters who I think should return.
Okay. Anyway,
Especially Jock and Frank, because, well, if Mike, Rex, and Bert are there, I don't see why Jock and Frank can't be.
okay then. That's perfect. So sure he can. Mikey, that I see in the chat, but I just need to bring him in first. Anyway, going back to Free the Roads. Let me think now.
Hey, Mikey.
Oh, we got, and Mikey's back again.
He's back again.
So we have just talked about Chuckle Some Trucks, and we were just finishing up talking about Free the Roads.
Oh.
And since you're here, what are your thoughts on Chuckle Some Trucks?
And Free the Road.
Again, I never saw it.
Oh, I guess it. Really? Probably you want to wait till the whole season comes out. Anyway.
Wait, do you have Jonathan wait a second.
Not yet.
Timer? No, do you have him as like a contact on Hangouts?
No, I don't. Sorry.
I can send him the link through Twitter.
Okay.
All right, let me do that.
One thing I think we should talk about is Thomas merchandise of characters we want to see.
Copy text. Okay. Jonathan.
What just happened there, Bert?
What?
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. That was fine.
Okay, someone said, I would love to see Boko. Oh, Hector. I suppose Hector would be a very interesting character to come back in the TV series because he was only seen in 2 episodes from 2 seasons in a row.
Oh, and then
I think.
And then he also mentioned Scruffy.
I don't know about Victoria. She was seen in a Railway series story. Okay, let's see. There was an episode that will be coming out soon. It's called Panicky Percy. I don't know the story of it yet, but I'll be looking forward to seeing that episode when it comes out. And let's see what.
One thing I think.
What are your thoughts? So, guys, what are your thoughts on Heart of Gold? That's an episode that's about Toby working at the Ulstead Castle while Stephen is away.
Heart of Gold, I would say that I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really say anything about it. but from what you're telling me is that it sounds pretty good in my opinion. From what you're telling me,
Well, I didn't mind that much. Although Toby was worried that he wouldn't be useful anymore and he would be put on display on the museum, but I'm just glad that the visitors had misjudged him and that he'll always be useful.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. What else? Is there anything else that we can talk about?
Hang on, guys.
Oh yeah, here in in this episode, here in this season, we have seen where Thomas was visiting in Brazil, and again, we got a few more episodes where Thomas was still in Australia, China, and India, because
Hang on.
from the last season, he was in those three places. So I guess the reason why they decided to do another here in this season, um, they wanted to show us some more episodes where Thomas was visiting other countries from around the world. So apparently, season 23 is the second around the world series from in the Thomas and Friends community. And although although in my opinion, I think as you guys may know that season 24 will be coming out next year, but I'm hoping that in that season will be the last around the world series because we already got in my opinion we got enough around the world. We got enough episodes that takes place from other countries from around the world because so maybe we'll see Thomas visiting America. I hope, and because we already saw episodes where he's in Australia, China, India, and now Brazil and Italy. So I'm hoping that in that next season we'll see Thomas in America. But I'm just hoping that season 24 will be the last season where episodes take place from other countries. But let's just hope. Let's just hope let's just see what season 24 will offer when the episodes come out. And that's pretty much I could think about of season 23 of Thomas and Friends. What about you guys?
Hang on, guys. I gotta go. I'll join back later. Okay.
Okay.
Bert.
Sorry. See you then, Bert.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
All right. Anyway, I think I know some.
Okay, there he
Okay,
goes.
Bert's gone. It's just you and me. I think let's. How about we talk about some Thomas stuff of the future?
What about
So,
OCs? Like OCs, like people reskinning Thomas characters and making them their own characters.
oh yeah, I guess from season 22, that's the one thing that I really don't like of what they were doing. They did a copy of the characters, the original characters, and they just retextured the colors. And I really think that's kind of the laziest work that they have ever done. But I really think they could have just rendered the real engines, and they would have them be featured in the episodes.
Yeah,
Don't-
that would
Yeah,
have been really cool.
that that was so lazy. There were those people.
The people of
And
what, Mattel, or the people who made the OCs?
oh, you mean the OCs?
No,
Just
what you just said. Are you talking about the people that are lazy of Mattel, or the people that reskinned and made their OCs lazy? Are you calling Mattel lazy,
I
or
was
the
talking
people
about
making the?
the reskins from season 22 and Big World Big Adventures.
Oh, okay. I see what you're going.
But what are the
Okay.
OCs?
OCs are what you see on my screen. So basically, that's me.
Oh, okay then. Let me OCs. Let me type that in.
It stands for original character.
Okay. I see. I don't mind it. Oh, I see. I get it now. Well, I don't mind them. They look good, I guess. Uh,
Um, let's see. Well, there's a lot of people that have OCs, and in the Thomas community, there's me, there's Liz, um, Diesel 20212, Train Inspector, and of a lot of other folks that have OCs.
okay. I think I get the picture now.
Uh-huh.
So,
Wait, you were saying?
um, at first, the Thomas and some Thomas and Friends stuff that will be getting soon, like you see from Bachman Trains. Let me just pull that up real quick.
Oh, there's Bert. He's back.
Oh, hey there, Bert. We were just going to be talking about the Thomas stuff that we're going to get later this year, or probably in the next. And I was about to show one of those future Thomas products.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we'll something just caught my eye, but let's take a look at this first. So I just need to share this with the screen. There we go. So
Oh, wow.
so you guys can see here.
Wow.
This is the Bachman Trains 2019 catalog.
Wow.
So here's the first picture.
That is
Jesus.
awesome.
It's the Thomas and Friend. This is the Thomas's Christmas delivery. Although, if you guys are remembered, there was a there was even there was even a a large scale version of this set.
Yes, there was.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Where Thomas had these green things on his tanks and the Santa hat, but had different rolling stocks.
You know, I back back in the glory days, which I call it's my way of saying when I was a little kid or my teen or youth days. Uh, I remember getting a Bachman, Thomas, and Annie and Clarabelle when I was little.
Oh yeah, so
Art.
I get it was this set, right?
Yeah, but eventually, it broke, and
Uh,
we ended up getting another one, and that one ended up breaking too.
oh, I suppose. Yeah, this is a lesson here, people. You got to be very careful when you're handling with your models. So okay, so here's another Bachman new item. Um, and this is the red version of Rosie. You see here?
Ready, Rosie?
Was
Yep.
it
And here's the original Rosie, and this is the red rose. I got this model before this came out. Although, you see, guys, I tried to show this on share screen from my last live stream, but I was having a bit of issue. So here I'm hoping that the share screen is going okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so here, as you can see here, where the mouse is circling around.
Yeah, it's those are new. It is Gordon's. Okay.
Yeah, Gordon's Express coaches. They have made a comeback,
Wait, they've
and
made a brake coach and a
a composite
compress.
coach. Yes. And here you can see we got these new rolling stocks,
Oh,
and then
we've got Sodor Cole, a Blue Mountain Mystery car, and a scrap car
scrap car.
company.
Well, at first I didn't. You see, I didn't really think they were ever gonna make a scrap car, a scrap wagon for Bachman trains, because we've seen a car like that from the Hornby
Mm-hmm.
range. So I was originally gonna buy that, but now I don't know which one I will get.
You want to know something interesting? I think Bachman got the idea for that Sodor Cole car from that Thomas Figure 8 set Wooden Railway, because that same coal car is green, and there's a coal hopper in that Wooden Railway set, and it drops the coal into the car.
Uh, I see. But I guess we'll never know.
I'm just saying that they probably got that idea from
I
from
think so.
from them.
So here is Rusty, and here are these two coaches. We're still waiting for to see the final models of them.
Oh, look, it's Renessa.
You made it funny.
Oh man. Okay, and we've got some of that. Uh,
Okay, so this is gonna be this might shock a lot of you people. So we are kind of past it. So here it is. You see this, guys?
yeah.
Yeah,
Bachman are Bachman trains are now making N-scale models of Thomas and Friends. So here so far we got Thomas and Percy and Annie and Clarabelle and the two troublesome trucks.
Oh,
So so I don't know why Bachman has decided to make N-scale models of Thomas, but if you guys remembered the Tomics ones, they're N-scale electric trains. And and you see, I felt like getting those kinds of trains. So when these two trains come out in store, maybe somebody will do a side-by-side comparison with the Tomics trains.
I see. I'm curious what kind of computer you have.
Oh yeah. Well, this is just a computer with a text to a monitor,
What brand is it?
I don't remember. I think it's a ASLIS. I think.
Is it an HP?
Yeah, it's an HD. Okay, so now
Oh,
then,
I have an HP.
sorry.
Yeah, I've got myself a desktop. It's a very
Okay,
big screen.
Okay, so here we are. We're now going to the large scale section.
The large scale engines. Ooh, look
Yep.
at that.
And
Oh
you can
my
see
gosh,
here.
there's Winston. Oh my gosh, no way.
Yep, that was Winston. And
That's cool breaks, man.
yep, and you can see here these three Tinker cars. That's the Taff, one for Taffy, one for water, and one for chocolate syrup. I might maybe might get the water tanker car at some point. But so far, I only got the rolling stocks I got are Annie and Clarabelle and the two troublesome trucks.
I see.
So I think that's pretty much looking at the 2019 catalog. So here, this has just caught my eye.
Hang on a sec.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, I think you left. Never left, but I think I had to go do something.
No, I didn't leave.
Okay. I didn't know if you did.
Sorry about that. Yeah. I thought my mom called my name.
Okay, and just taking a look at the chat on this section. So here we got some extra more new releases from Bachmann Trains. So let's take a look at the Thomas ones. Okay, so here we are. So guys, you can see here we're getting an HO model of Daisy, the diesel rail car,
Ooh.
and we looks like we're getting a oil troublesome truck, a sixth troublesome truck, but it's going to be a tanker. And we got these three plank wagons, and we're also going to get a narrow gauge model of Peter Sam. But apparently, all these models are going to come out and are going to come out next year. Oh, and that looks very familiar. So that's kind of the new items that we got for this year.
That was pretty interesting.
I'm glad you guys think so. So, do you have anything to say for any more future Thomas items that we'll be getting, guys?
No, other than like I said, I liked looking at it.
Yep. But still, I don't know why Bachmann has decided to make a N scale model, since there's already some N scale models that were made by by Tomix.
Yeah, maybe it's because they want to do something new. I don't know.
Well, of course, we already know what they'll be producing so far, and
Yep.
and also here's something that I want to talk about. This year I have just entered into the world of Gauge 1 model making.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I've been very interested in these Gauge 1 models that people have been making of their own. These Gauge 1 models of Thomas and Friends models. Like from this YouTube, like, from example, from this one YouTuber who, Caleb 888, I think. He has been making his Gauge 1. He's been working on his Gauge 1 model of James things for over 10 years now.
10 years?
Yep. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Okay, so.
So going back into before I go any further, let me take a look.
Is Mr. Ashima there?
No.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hello, Super Dude.
This is
I
a
didn't
very
realize
interesting
that
question.
too.
What Thomas and Friends models do you want to see the Bachman make?
Oh.
Well, that's a very interesting question. What? Yeah, you first.
No, you can go first.
I don't want to get used to it.
Okay. Let's see. Probably a lorry of some sort,
Ooh.
or maybe I should bring back a brake van. I guess, and I would like them to make. Probably they could make. They should make Ryan. I guess.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
Maybe they should make Ryan. When I first, because I remember reading something that they were going to make a Bachman model of Ryan of some sort. And who else? What about you guys? You first, Mike.
What was the question again?
The question was, what Thomas and Friends models do you want to see Bachman make?
And who was this question? And who asked this question?
Trimboy 54.
That was asked by Trainboy 53 Productions.
Okay, to answer your question, Train Boy, I'm gonna have to make this really, really good. I'm probably gonna say a whole bunch of characters, but they're actually from the lost and forgotten category, meaning that they were in the series for a short time and they were never to be seen of again. So it would be quite interesting to see those characters that were forgotten, such as Murdoch, Fergus, Molly. That's actually a good one, Molly. Dennis. Well, we have to say lady. I have to say lady because we actually need a lady.
I think Lady would be a perfect engine. Bachman.
Smudger and Parodius, and the lamp will actually glow when he runs. That would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And I have to say Bertram and Duke, and those are
Duke.
Yeah. Bertram
Oh
and
yeah,
Duke.
and Sir Handel, I would like to see a model of that since they have planned to make Peter Sam for next year.
Who's next? I'm hoping Duncan.
Duncan. Oh, well, let's hope for that for those narrow gauge engines that we could think of. Well, what about you?
Hopefully we get that. that whole head canon.
Although, what about you? What about you, Bert?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. All the characters I wouldn't want to say are would want to say are Fearless Freddy, Arthur, Merlin, Hurricane, Lexi, Dale, Frankie,
Hmm.
and then there's one more. I forgot. Okay, now I remember.
Okay, so
It's not really an engine, but it's a piece of rolling stock that I want to see. I don't know. I would want to see them make like a well like a machine car like that they have with the Trackmaster Merlin.
Oh, that car.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting. I don't know how it would move though. Now that you brought Fearless Freddy up, Bert, that reminds me. It would be interesting to see Mighty Mac and their coach all together in one package as a Bachman item.
Oh
hmm,
yeah.
that would be very interesting. So, whoa. As I was saying, okay, is some did somebody cry?
Yeah, guys. For those
That's
who
okay.
don't know, um,
That one
I
wasn't
Okay,
have
my
a
movie.
baby sister, so
okay. Well,
yeah.
we forgive you.
No, it's not a big deal. It's just, you know, I haven't told many Thomas users in the community that, I have a baby sister. So for
Okay.
those of you who are watching, there you go.
Okay, so as going back to where we left off, better get a drink.
Water.
I have entered. I this year I've entered into the world of Gauge One model making. So and so far I have started making a Gauge One model of one of these Thomas and Friends props of mine. Since I've seen a few users making their own Gauge One Thomas stuff. So here's a Gauge One model that I'm currently making. For those of you who follow me on DeviantArt, here's what I'm making.
Oh, look at that.
You see? Can you guess what this model is?
Of course, it's Thomas.
Yep, that's right. And this model is, and I made this out of polystyrene sheets, and you can see so far it's still in work in progress. You see, and it still needs the boiler and the wheel arches. And once it's done, I'll be putting some coal in there in the coal bunker. So yeah, what do you guys think of this Gauge One model of Thomas, which is still in work in progress?
I like it.
Thank you very much. So yeah, you see that here I have entered into the world of making Gauge One models of Thomas.
Mm.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much that we got. And let's see what. Wow, we must have been going for an hour now.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we still have another hour for you to talk to us before we move on to the
I'm
to
back,
the
guys.
next thing.
we have the next. Is there anything else? Shall we talk about? Of course, some miscellaneous Thomas stuff. You guys want to talk about
Um,
One thing I want to talk
do
about.
do sprite remakes count?
remakes? I
Yeah, all
guess
the different kinds of remakes.
like the Thomas ones. Well, first, I'm still trying to work on the trains, Thomas and Friends remakes. But I'm about to do that. Um, and apparently, they might show up around next month. And let's see. I might. I'm also going to be doing. Um, I'm working really hard on another Thomas of France video short, which will be coming out soon. And
Sorry,
the,
my grandma's
also
talking in the background.
I'm working on a video on Source Filmmaker. It still needs. I'm still trying to figure out how it will go, and for some of the parts, hopefully it'll be. What? What? What's so funny?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, my parents were like well, my parents, were laughing and I was like I just decided to laugh with them, so yeah.
The fail.
This is Gordon gets the giggles in real life. That's
Yeah. This stream's gonna get more crazy. So,
Okay, it's over.
Well, last night, I listened to this Thomas of France music video from Arcade Productions. I thought it was great.
Oh, I get what you're talking about. It was that one that you sent in that YouTube chat group thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a fantastic music video. I'll be looking at and so keep up the good work, Arcade Productions. And what else shall we talk about?
I'm about to sneeze.
One thing we should
Okay.
One thing we should talk about is customs that we have planned to make.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, so Mikey, you first. If you got any customs that you're in the middle of working on, what are they?
They're at home, and I'm at my grandma's house. So
okay,
sorry. But
that's
I
okay.
do, however,
You can tell us what they are.
Well, there's one of myself as an Adventures Thomas.
Okay.
There's one of Liz, also Adventures, made out of an Adventures Percy. And then there's Katie the E2, also made out of a Thomas, Adventures Thomas.
Okay. Okay. And what about you, Bert? Do you have any custom models that you're working on?
I plan to make one of you, Mikey, Shane, Ivan, Rex,
Oh,
Eagle.
that's so nice.
Wow, that's nice. I'm working on besides that Gauge 1 Thomas model. I'm working on making a Trackmaster 2 model of LBSC brown livery Thomas.
Oh,
not the green one, but yeah, I'm making what would Thomas look like if he was painted brown when he first comes to Sodor. And there's some other models. I'm also what else I'm also going to be planning to do for this year. I'm planning to do one of those remake clips from Hero of the Rails, and not to be confused, but it's been 10 years since Hero of the Rails came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Although I enjoyed watching that movie when it first came out. And what else? Anything else? Anything else that you guys can think about?
Since we were talking about remakes that we're planning to make.
Oh, wait, what did you say, Bert?
Listen, I know, like I was saying, since we were talking about remakes, when we say about any remakes if we have planned.
Oh yeah, remakes, all the different kinds of types. Well,
okay, yep.
There's a lot of different ones that you can relate to, but each one has their different style and system that they go through.
What remakes I like to do is I like to do Trackmaster remakes, since those are the types of trains I use.
Yes, my last remake was Thomas and the Fireworks Display,
That one was
and
pretty cool.
I'm working on the other remakes. I'm working on are Thomas and the Rumors and Haunted Henry. I tried to do Haunted Henry last year, but my fog machine somehow broke down, so I had to fix it, and now it's working again. So hopefully it'll be ready. That remake will be ready in time for this year's Halloween. And
I
it's
don't have a fog machine.
oh well. Also, anyway, people, stay tuned for the trains. Thomas and Friends remakes. I should say that I'm still planning to do, and hopefully they'll show up around sometime next month. And what else? Something might start this year. Something might end this year. Something might keep going on. Heard the poll. You hope. Oh wait. This one's here's another question that was asked by Trainboy53 Productions in the chat. Do you hope Edward, Henry, and Toby will return to the Steam team in the future, and Edward and Henry will hopefully return to Titmachets and stay there from now on in the series? Well, look, see, actually, actually, well, I just hope that we might get some episodes where Edward and Henry might stay at Titmachets from a train they have to take early in the morning, and that has to be that's from Knapford Station or Titmuss Station. And I still hope it will get an episode where Toby. I still hope it will get an episode of where Toby will be sleeping at Titmachets, if there's any reason in particular. And I'm imagining there would be an episode where Toby will be staying at Titmachets, and Gordon would be like, "Well, we haven't seen you here in a while," because Toby hasn't slept at Titmachets for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been like a long while.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I'm just laughing again.
So, people, if you got anything if you know anything that's anything for the future that you would like us to talk about in the chat, anything that any miscellaneous stuff that isn't Thomas related, just post them now in the chat, and we'll have a look at them, and we'll might talk about them.
Oh, is it answering questions time now?
No. I think it's time that okay, since it's almost going to be 2 hours, I think we might move on to the next section of the stream, which is the Trackmaster trains that I have here that I'm going to be unboxing.
Okay, let's see them.
Oh, it's unboxing time! Yay!
Unboxing time.
I only got 4 of these, so let me turn off the camera here so I can get it in position.
Hang on, I have to blow my nose. I have to look for stuff to blow my nose with.
Okay, like a tissue.
Toilet paper.
Bless you, dude.
Okay, to be honest, we don't need to know if you're blowing your nose or not.
Okay, well, I'm going to anyway.
It's fine. Yep, it's unboxing time now. That's fine.
Okay,
Can we count how many times Mikey had to blow his nose during the stream?
2. That's 2 times already.
They're still in their packaging. You see.
Okay.
You see, guys. So you can see here. I got. Here we have Duncan. So you can see here the characters Duncan, Fernand, Paxton, and Spencer.
Oh,
so you
wow.
see here,
Those
this
are
is the
cool.
early version of Duncan, and these two are the classic Trackmaster trains from by Fisher Price, and this one's from Hit Toys. And here's the Trackmaster, and this is Trackmaster Revolutions. But they're still Trackmaster trains, but only in different versions, if you know what I mean. So, so people. Which one of the which one of these engines would you like me to unbox first?
Well, I would have to say Spencer. I would like to see.
Spencer. So, you people would like to? Would you people like to agree with that? People that are watching the stream.
Well, I mean, you don't have to listen to me. You can just choose whatever.
Apparently, Mikey went away.
The question
Okay, so
is,
I was thinking about doing Fernand because I would simply destroy the box for him. If that's so, people are watching this stream. Would you like that, guys? Would you like me to do Fernand first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like someone. Yeah, you can do Ferdinand first.
Yep. Okay, so Fernand it is.
Sure. You ready, Ferdinand?
So I'll give you a good look at the box first. I'm pretty sure that we haven't seen these style of Trackmaster packagings in a while.
Been a long while since like 2014. What's so funny, Mike? You like over there?
Still laughing about it.
I let out a nice popper.
Here we are. Got my knife here.
Can we count how many times Mikey left in the stream?
No, I let out a whiz popper.
A whiz popper. I feel like it.
Top.
I feel like that there was a lot of laughing in the stream.
Hear that?
Still, yeah. Looks like this part is turning to be a laughing live stream. Okay, I got the plastic off.
But hey, it's like you said, everyone needs a good laugh from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet some of you people may have missed this sort of feature, having of how these engines were securely fastened in the packaging. If these sticks, which are for holding the engine's wheels to the cardboard, although these sticks here used to be a set of wires which are meant to be wrapped around the wheels.
Hey guys,
I bet that would
be right back.
Okay, I'm still unboxing, but since they now replaced, but although people watching this stream, since they now replace the wires with these sticks, makes it easier for the engines to fall out. So you see.
Well, now we don't have those sticks anymore. We just basically have a feature where the engines just slide out of their box when you open it up.
Yeah.
And then doing that little plastic thing.
Yeah, but for some reason they just kept the holes in the wheels. So here's Ferdinand, all out free from his packaging.
Dash Ferdinand.
That's right. Although I wouldn't mind if they would bring back the logging logos into the series. And I bet some of you people have missed these kinds of how the instructions look like. These are what the instructions used to look like before we got Trackmaster Revolutions. When they were redesigned. Okay, now then, on to the next set of trains. How about we do Duncan next, people?
Yeah, that's good. You're a knuckle nuisance.
Although I like a knuckle news, old time saying. So here's the front of the packaging, and here's the back.
That was a good time seeing all those engines on the back.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we saw these style of packagings when Trackmaster was still owned by the Hit Toy Company before Fisher Price took over. And I'm pretty sure this will be easier to open up because here you see. Okay, here he is.
There's Duncan.
That were taped onto the cardboard.
There's Duncan in all his glory.
So first, let's so you can see here the back. This is what the background looks like. This looks like a pretty good picture. I have to admit. So yep. Here's Duncan, all free from his packaging.
Remember when Trackmaster cars used to look like that until they were
Although
short?
I have a feeling that the motor might did need a little tap since this toy has been left in his packaging for quite a long time. That time, and here's this slate truck.
Yeah, like I said, remember how the cars used to be like that until they were shortened down.
Yep, back then when they have changed it. Although I don't know how the motor will. I've seen a few YouTubers where they were opening up trains like this, and apparently they've been left in their packagings for a long time. And when they finally open them up and put a battery in them, and when they click it on, and nothing happens. So apparently they just have to give them a tip until the motor starts to work. But I just hope. I have a feeling it might have that feature. And here are these instructions that comes with Duncan. Let's say we take a look at them. Yes. Just like old times. See there?
Mm-hmm.
Here's one side looks like, And here's the other side. Shows you how you put the batteries inside for each character before Fisher Price took over. Yeah. So now it's Paxton's turn. I'm guessing. Let me give you guys a good look at the box, as always. And you see, people that are watching this stream, this is the first time that I got a Trackmaster engine, which is in this style of packaging, this short version. This is my first Trackmaster engine, which is in a packaging like this. This is the first time I ever got a Trackmaster packaging, which is in this style. So let's get them open. Plastics off. And just as I thought. You see here? Whites. We got white sticks. These sticks, you see here, are colored white, where the ones from Ferdinand, they were black. So this is the first time I got a Trackmaster engine, which was held by white sticks. So here is Paxton, free from his packaging. And I know what some of you people may be thinking. I already got Paxton. Well, yes, but I have planned to get another one so that I could I could add moving coupling rods on him. A similar thing to what UC Weapon did. And I might have to change this body shell with one of my others, because you see here, that looks like a factory error of some sort. You see the yellow lining.
Oh no, it's factory error.
Yeah, that's why I'm guessing that this is a factory error.
Hey, Mikey, you're back.
Hey, Mikey. Hey there, I'm just down to opening the last Trackmaster engine.
Okay, I don't know why my face was showing there for a second. I don't know what was going on.
There's Mikey. That's fun.
Yeah.
And here are the of course, almost forgot. Here are the instructions that came with Paxton.
Oh, you know what I say about the instructions?
What's that?
Yeah?
I say check them, because you know what? No one needs the instructions. It's simply the same thing over and over again.
Sometimes you just have to read the instructions. Instructions are for people who don't know what they are doing. You know?
Yeah, but...
Okay, now we're down to our last Trackmaster engine to open up, and I don't think we'll need these. I don't think I'll need my knife anymore.
Oh,
okay, sorry about that, guys. So here we got Spencer, and this is the Trackmaster Revolution one. So here's the front. And here's the back.
I'm Spencer the Grand.
So you see here, I apparently got. So looking right here, I already since I got Spencer now. I also got Merlin and Philip. I don't have the Trackmaster 2 version of Diesel 10 or Hero. What you're seeing here, I bet you people might see here. So, yeah. So and you see, I got this Trackmaster Spencer from my trip to Canada, and this was from Toys R Us.
Good day. Good day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open them up. Woo. Here we go. Yeah, and apparently Toys R Us in Canada remain open. They're unaffected.
Hooray!
Although, speaking of Toys R Us, I don't know if you guys have heard, but here in the USA, they're actually planning to bring Toys R Us back.
I've heard about that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's quite surprising because originally they were going to rename it as Jeffrey's Toy Box, and I've seen some Jeffrey Toy Box items when I was in King Supers last year. So to show you proof that this is from Canada, so you see here, you can see the name here is Spencer in 2 different languages. This gives you the idea that this Trackmaster model is from Canada.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, well, good. It's great seeing you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the
I'm
instructions.
not sure.
See you later, Mikey.
See ya. And as I was saying, people, this is what the instructions look like. Boy, that's a ton of different languages.
I'm Spencer the Grand.
Yep. Hello, Sodor. And the reason why I got this is because I got a Trackmaster model of the Royal Spencer, which is his coach. And since I have a Trackmaster, and I also got a Trackmaster Classic version of Spencer, so we can do if you guys like, we can do a side-by-side comparison. In case if you can't tell which one is which, the Trackmaster Revolution is this one. So you see there, it's a bit shorter than the old version. And although you see people, this Spencer was the only one that I found at the Canadian Toys R Us. It was the only one that that they had sitting on the pegs. So this was the only one I was able to pick up. And so there you have it, people. Those were the 4 Trackmaster engines that I got from eBay that I have unpackaged. So let me turn off this so I can get it back into its position. And I can switch back here. And we'll turn that back on. And here we are. So since Mikey already left, it was great having you here, Bert, the Blue Engine.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here. To be honest, I thought more people would have joined.
Well, yeah, I guess. Although we could have talked about some other miscellaneous stuff which I had in mind, and like you see, there's some other stuff which might end this year, and I feel sorry for some of the people about that. So you people that are watching, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you guys, and yeah. But look on the bright side. Some of them might be sequels to them, whichever one of them they are, and we'll see we'll might have to see what they might have to offer.
Hmm.
So again, Bert, it's great having you here.
It's great to be here and great to talk to you.
So I guess I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you next time. Hopefully, some other time,
So.
and Mikey as well, if he ever comes back. So thanks, thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Okay, that just got a little crazier than I expected to be. Hopefully that part didn't got too much PG-13 rated with all the screaming and backgrounds by those other people. But I hope it was okay for you guys. So I think it's time to move on to the next section of this live stream. So let's see what we got. And I think I know what we're actually I know what the next section is. I'm going to be reading a story to you guys. And thank you very much, Jennifer Boyden. Well, I might do a few more some other time. So, okay, now it's time to move on to the next section, and I'm going to be reading you a story, which is from this book pack, which contains 4 railway series stories, and I did I did one of these before from my last live my live stream for the springtime. And it was that blue one. So here in this book pack, we got the 3 railway engines, James the red engine, Percy the small engine, and Thomas the tank engine. So let me know in the chat which one of these stories from which one of these books would you like me to read? Don't worry if you're late. Stories, yes. Glad to hear that. Just a reminder, which one of these stories don't worry if you're really that late. If you're not going to be picking, are you people ever going to pick a story for me that you want me to read to you? Thomas the Tank Engine. If someone has requested Thomas the Tank Engine. Really useful engine 101. Okay, so shall I do a Thomas the Tank Engine? Is it because I I did that narration of four-parted video of it for the 70th anniversary in 2015? And for some reason you didn't like it? Well, I guess this shall be Thomas the Tank Engine. So, which story would you like me to read? Which story from Thomas the Tank Engine would you guys like me to read? Let me know in the chat. I'm still waiting for your response. Still waiting for your feedback. Which story would you like me to read from this book? Okay, first off, someone asked, did you know that the first Railway Series book was made in 1945? It was the same year when World War II ended. Yes, I've heard of that. I didn't know that, but I didn't know that World War II ended on that year. And is that so? But I do know when the first book of the Railway series came out. It was the 3 railway engines. So, but which story do you guys want me to read? Oh, okay. Somebody requested Thomas and Gordon. So I guess Thomas and Gordon it shall be. Let me take a drink first. I read about this story like lots of times already, so hopefully I don't screw up the entire thing. And I'll be reading it like this so you guys can see it. So here you guys can see the illustrations in the book, if you can. There. I think that should hold it. Okay. One more drink, and I can read. All right. Thomas and Gordon. Thomas was a tank engine who lived at a big station. He had 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. He was a fussy little engine, always pulling coaches about. He pulled them to the station, ready for the big engines to take out on long journeys. And when trains came in and the people had got out, he would pull the empty coaches away so that the big engines can go and rest. He was a cheeky little engine, too. Hard as he did. So he used to play tricks on them. He liked best of all to come quietly beside a big engine dozing on a siding and make him jump. Beep, 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 beep. Wake up, lazy bones, he would whistle. Why don't you work hard like me? Then he would laugh rudely and run away to find some more coaches. One day, Gordon was resting on a siding. He was very tired. The big express he always pulled had been late, and he had to run as fast as he could, to make up for lost time. He was just going to sleep when Thomas came up in his cheeky way. "Wake up, lazy bones," he whistled. "Do some hard work for a change. You can't catch me." And he ran off laughing. Instead of going to sleep again, Gordon thought how he could pay Thomas out. One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up. His driver and fireman couldn't make him start. His fire was out, and there was not enough steam. It was nearly time for the express. The people were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready. At last, Thomas started. "Oh oh dear," he yawned. "Come on," said the coaches. "Hurry up." Thomas gave them a rude bump and started for the station. "Don't stop dawdling, don't stop dawdling," he grumbled. "Where have you been? Where have you been?" asked the coaches crossly. Just let me know if you want to get a better look at some of these pictures. Thomas fussed into the station where Gordon was waiting. "Boop, boop, boop. Hurry up, you," said Gordon crossly. "Peep, peep, peep. Hurry yourself," said Cheeky Thomas. "Yes," said Gordon, "I will." And almost before the coaches had stopped moving, Gordon came out of the siding and was coupled to the train. "Boop, boop," he whistled. "Get in quickly, please." So the people got in quickly. The signal went down, the clock struck the hour, the guard waved his green flag, and Gordon was ready to start. Thomas usually pushed behind the big trains to help them start, but he was always uncoupled first, so that when the train was running nicely, he could stop and go back. This time he was late, and Gordon started so quickly that they forgot to uncouple Thomas. "Poop, poop," said Gordon. "Peep, peep, peep," whistled Thomas. Come on," puffed Gordon to the coaches. Pull harder," puffed Thomas to Gordon. The heavy train slowly began to move out of the station. The train went faster and faster. Too fast for Thomas. He wanted to stop, but he couldn't. "Peep, peep! Stop! Stop!" he whistled. "Hurry, hurry, hurry!" laughed Gordon in front. You can't get away," laughed the coaches. Poor Thomas Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on. "I shall never be the same again," he thought sadly. "My wheels will be quite worn out." At last they stopped at a station. Everyone laughed to see Thomas puffing and panting behind. They uncoupled him, put him on a turntable, and then he ran onto a siding out of the way. "Well, well, little Thomas," chuckled Gordon as he passed. "Now you know what hard work means, don't you?" Poor Thomas couldn't answer. He had no breath. He just puffed slowly away to rest and had a long, long drink. He went home. He went home very slowly and was careful afterwards never to be cheeky to Gordon again. So there you have it. That was the story of Thomas and Gordon that was seen in this book, which you can find at your nearby bookstore or even, of course, online. Hope you guys have enjoyed that story. I know I have. So let's see what time it is. 5:51. The place where I know it's 2:51. Sorry, Sorry if I misspoke. Sometimes I do that quite often. Okay, so I think I'm guessing that it's time for to wrap this stream up. Since if you because I have planned to answer a bit of questions, but you just asked some questions anyway, so that counts. And sorry if some of the parts of this stream were a bit embarrassing to you guys, but hopefully you didn't mind that much, and it was all right. I just hope that other part didn't got too much PG-13 rated. And as also, like I said before, stay tuned for the Trains remakes, which I'm still planning to do. Hopefully, they might come sometime around next month. That's what I'm hoping for. And stay tuned for my other remakes of Tony and Trackmaster as well. And I hope you guys, and also stay tuned for the test run video of these Trackmaster engines, which were in this live stream that I have just unboxed. Stay tuned for that video of the test run of them. And that's pretty much I could think about what to say. Although we could have thought about something else, like there was some stuff which are going to be ending this year, and like I said before, I'm sorry for some of you people, and yeah, I'm really sorry that would happen. But look on the bright side. I did a little bit of research. Some people said there might be sequels to those kind of stuff, or some other stuff that were related to. Maybe there are going to be sequels, and some other. Really, for some of those stuff, there might be sequels to those franchises. So we'll see what they might have to offer. We'll see what. So yeah, that's what I'm saying here. I'm still sorry for you guys, but like I said, look on the bright side. Some of those might be sequels to those other stuff, which might end this year. So we'll see what they would have to offer. And in the meantime, you can check out my SoundCloud page and also my DeviantArt page, because there on DeviantArt, I have just uploaded a bunch of artwork and pictures on there. So I recommend you guys should go and check that out. You should check them out on my DeviantArt page. And stay tuned for another feature that I'm planning to upload on SoundCloud. And also stay tuned for this next live stream that I'm planning to do on my gaming channel. Just go to my gaming channel and you'll see when that will be starting. And I'm planning to do that later today. And still, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys liked this Gauge 1 model of Thomas that I'm making. You'll see pictures of this on my DeviantArt page. It's still in work in progress, and I showed that earlier in this live stream. The pictures that I showed of it on my DeviantArt page. And stay tuned for the other features I'm planning to do for this year, and like the remakes for that were made on trains, and of course that other one feature for SoundCloud. And that's pretty much I could think about what to say to you guys. So thanks for watching, and I want to thank the people who have joined me on this stream. Although there hasn't been, I was hoping to get more people in for this stream, but unfortunately I've managed to get 2. And I'm glad you like that story. Yeah, Thomas could still be tricky sometimes. And yeah, I'm glad you guys liked some of those parts that were seen in this stream. So so thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully that this next live, hopefully that the next live stream here on my channel will be better than this one, but only time will tell. And stay tuned for my remakes and updates, and also watch out for that live stream that I'm planning to do on my gaming channel later today, which I'll be seeing some of you people soon. And of course on is content of mine. And that's pretty much I could think about. So thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, this is Merritt Train Boy signing off. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.